Hey folks, Revolutionary Brewer here, and we're back with another homebrew kit review. Today, I've already got the beer poured. This is take number 2. We've got a Cooper's Porter. It's a brand new addition to their series, so I'm just going to top it up. And it's a nice looking beer, I can tell you that right now. It's looks very much like a traditional porter. It's dark, almost like a stout, but it's got a little tinge of ruby red in it. And as far as I know, this is Cooper's first attempt at the porter. And it's also my first time brewing a porter, so I think it is anyways. So anyways, we'll give it a go and see what we got. Lazy Saturday afternoon, just watching the Jays win another one here. They're getting back on track and having a beer to celebrate. Oh, that's a nice beer. Smooth. Cooper's kits never cease to amaze me. Very smooth. This has only been in the bottles for a couple weeks, so it's not ideal, but I couldn't wait to try it, so we gave her a go. But man, what a smooth beer. It's got that little slight roasty flavor to it, but for a porter, which is usually a really rich sort of beer, this is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit lighter and smooth. Holy smokes, I'm telling you. Terrific beer. I brewed this pretty much the traditional way. I always brew my Cooper kits now. I did this one with no additional hops. I wanted to see what the kit itself was going to produce. So I added 1.5 pounds of liquid malt and 1.5 pounds of high malt glucose, the liquid glucose, and the kit, and I topped it up to 20 liters. It was about 19.5. So basically, it says in the kits to make them to 23 liters, and you can, if you want a lighter beer with a little bit less flavor and a little bit less alcohol content. I generally like to brew my beers to about 5%, a little bit above 5%, and have a little bit of a fuller flavor. So I usually brew the Cooper kit straight up to about between 19 and 20 liters, depending on the style. This one was like 19.5. But no, it doesn't disappoint. It doesn't disappoint. Cooper's is always a steady kit. If you like a porter, you gotta go with it. You have to give this one a try. It's amazing what these kits will do, and it's so easy to brew these. Like I knocked this one out. Geez, what was it? Between sanitizing and getting everything ready, I probably brewed it in 20 minutes. And then, of course, bottling's a little other process in itself. But, I mean, these are great kits. If anyone ever tells you you can't make a very good beer from a Cooper's kit, it's just not right. It's just not right. These are tremendous beers, and I've never been disappointed from Cooper's, and there's no exception here. There's no exception here. This is a solid porter. I have to give this one a 4 out of 5. There's no other option here. It's solid 4 out of 5. It's just tremendous beer. It's full flavored. It's got that hint of roastiness in it. The color is spot on. Taste is spot on. Beautiful looking. It's a beautiful looking thing. Now the head dissipated fairly fast, but you have to remember it's only been in the bottles for a couple weeks. Generally, I like to age them between 3 weeks and a month before I start drinking them, but I just couldn't wait to try it because it's been a while since Cooper's put out a new beer. Now, what's going to happen? Cooper's has a few new beers out. They have a totally new series. They've revamped their beer kits, so we're going to go through them all. Definitely, we're going to try them, and I think they're probably going to be phasing out the older series that they had. So unfortunately, I had a couple really nice ones there that I used to like to go to, but the times change, and they have so many good options that are coming up. I'm not worried about it too much, but if you like a porter, this is a great one to try. A solid 4 out of 5. You can't go wrong with the Coopers to start with. I will say the only adjustment I do make now to the Cooper's kits, they come with a yeast pack under the cap. It's 7 grams of yeast. I always double that up. I'll always get an extra Cooper's packet and I'll bump it up to 14 grams. I find a small difference. If you like going with the 7 grams of yeast, that's generally will get you a good beer. No question, no question. I can pick up the extra Cooper's yeast packs for really cheap in the area, or in my area. So I just do it just to give it that little extra to make sure that the yeast aren't straining to ferment, and I just let her go for 2 weeks to make sure the yeast cleans itself up. And 2 weeks in the fermenter, then I bottle it and I try to keep it in there for 3 to 4 weeks before drinking it. And I just keep a steady rotation going. Once one's done, I start another. And I just keep brewing and bottling, and this is one that's going into the rotation for sure, no question. One of my favorites is the Cooper's English Bitter. This is right up there with it. So once again, it's the Cooper's Porter. It's in their new series, and I'll put all the information down in the link there. And solid 4 out of 5, no question. So stay tuned, folks. Like I said, there's a new Cooper series out, so that means there's going to be some new brewing videos coming out. So if you're thinking about trying out some of the new Cooper's kits, stay tuned. I'll give you a little heads up on what you can expect from them. And I know when I first started brewing, I like tuning into Craig Tube and these guys that actually brewed the kit, so you can kind of see what you're going to expect before going out and buying it. And I hope a few people are getting that benefit from this too. Anyways, like I said, the 4 out of 5 for sure. Good old Cooper's Porter. Keep on brewing, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.